When did the rapping actually start?
About 14.
Okay.
14 years old.
So after you got grazed and that whole situation.
Yeah, I took the name Choppa from BG. He played the character, on Baller Blocking. I already had it in my mind I was going to be that person. I already had in my mind people going to call me that from now on. Even though it was another Choppa across the river. And he had music out and everything, but he wasn't in our lifestyle, uptown, where I'm from, So I was just like, I'm a gangster. I'm taking that name. And I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna be Choppa City. And that's what I took. It wasn't just Choppa, it was Choppa City, AKA New Orleans, because I felt like I was the full package of New Orleans, bro.
I mean, BG was calling his albums that as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I took the moniker of Choppa City. I just felt like I was that. I just felt that way, honestly, Vlad.
Well, making the band is a concept at MTV with Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
So they go and do auditions.
Uh-huh.
Was it nationwide?
It was.
40,000 people applied.
Correct.
When you heard about those auditions, what did you think?
I didn't hear about the auditions. I was catching Greyhounds. When I left Miss Kimberly and them in Metairie, I started catching Greyhounds to pursue my career. I felt like in my mind, I thought I was one of the dopest. So I started hopping on Greyhounds and going to LA, going to New York, going to all these musical places and trying to give my demo out. Mm-hmm. Well, basically, I'm in New York. I got about $6 to my name. And I don't know. I end up seeing Shine, Ashley, the rapper. And he kind of directed me to where Making the Band was at.
Okay, how many people were at that audition?
It was at that about 5,000 that day.
5,000 that day.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though. I knew Juvenile. I knew all these people. Juvenile brother Corey, which is CO. I had a relationship with him towards I don't know. I can just call him. You dig? So I already had it in my mind. I was ahead of all them. It was a line full of 5,000 people. In my mind, I was like, I'm finna cut this line. So that's what I did. I cut the line. I got on the phone with Corey, which is Juvenile brother. I made it seem like I was on tour with them. I acted important. The people looked at me. I looked at important, so they just said, come Drew. I got in the line. I cut through the line. I got to the door. They said rap. I rapped. I made it ever since.
That easy.
That
okay.
easy.
But you took the initiative. If you had been in the back of the line,
it would never happen for me.
Never happened.
Yeah, but that's why I'm so happy that my life went the way it went, and it's still the way it is, is because I was way more, advanced than others because I grew up too fast, which is something I regret to this day of growing up too fast and not being able to be a child because I never got a chance to grow up as a child.
Well, right. You're like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And they tell you that you made it.
Yes. I was 15 and a half now.
15 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel when you heard that?
I ain't had nothing to lose is because I still had a warrant out on me too.
Right.
I ended up kicking it with my mama one time, and she basically was just like, you ain't gonna get no job. You ain't gonna come up here and poison my kids with that New Orleans shit. So I started robbing people in Baltimore. And I got caught up. My mama bailed me out. They charged me as an adult. She bailed me out for $10,000. And I'm thinking the whole time, I'm finna go to her house after she bailed me out. She sent my ass back on the Greyhound. My mama just ain't want me, dog, but that's okay. But she bailed me out, and that's the greatest thing she done for me. So that's what really made me cut up and just say, fuck it. So I lived on Greyhounds with my demos. So that's how it happened for me. I had nothing to lose.
Okay, so you get chosen for Making the Band, but you got the warrant, so you end up using a fake ID?
I did. At this time, it was somebody special to me, Jay Jackson. He came with the bright idea to use his nephew. He was like, say, bruh, y'all kind of look alike. Y'all both got braids, He was like, fuck it, get away with it. And I was like, because I'm not going to be able to get away with it. You got to be 18 and over. And I'm 15. He was like, fuck it, use my nephew. And I gave him $50. No cap, Vlad.
Best $50 ever.
Best $50 in my life. So I gave him $50, shit, you dig? And fuck, I ran with it from there. I had to do what I had to do, bro. I made the worst, best choice in my life.
Okay, so you're there with a fake ID. You're signing contracts with a fake name.
Yeah.
When they finally find out, like, how long into the process are you?
I already made it.
Right, but have they started filming and everything already?
Yep.
So
It was too late.
how long into the filming do they find out?
One person found out. When that one person found out, kind of just kept it a secret from Bad Boy too.
Oh, okay.
And then once they never found out, I told them after the whole thing was over. There was only one person that knew.
Oh, so they never really knew.
They never knew.
But, okay, but aren't you getting checks in other people's names?
He was cashing them for me.
Oh, you had a whole system
You get
worked
it?
out.
You get it?
This is great.
It was awesome.
This is great.
It was awesome.
right,
He was cashing them.
Okay, so you're the youngest person there by some years.
Correct. I was the youngest person by buku years. The rest of them was like 25, 26, 30. I was 15 turning 16 at that time.
The show airs and it starts to take off. Like, how did it feel to be part of that whole system?
I really didn't much know what was going on, to be honest with you. And mind you, I wasn't really paying no attention. Like, cameras right here, it looked cool. It just being filmed on you 24 hours a day. I'm not thinking, it's gonna go out to the television and blow up. I never pictured that, you dig? I just remember one day I'm sitting on the steps, just a nobody who's just trying to rap and make it. And they say, people pulling up to me taking pictures. It haven't been like that since. Just one day they just started taking pictures and it never kind of unhappened since.